What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the chaos. I'm Ryan, and we got Slam along for the ride today, so it kind of feels like deja vu, at least for me, probably for you too, those of you that have been following along. But we're on the way to Toxic Customs again. So when we picked the Viper up last go around, there were unfortunately a bunch of blemishes and just things that need to be fixed. So if you are new to the channel, I've got a 4th gen Dodge Viper. It's got like the Dodge Dakota 90 style front bumper on it with like the T-bar style grill. Wasn't my style, so I wanted to bring the looks up to like the current, like more modern. So I enlisted Toxic Customs to actually do the front end conversion. And yeah, when they actually had finished the first go round, went to pick it up, same trip and everything. It was, when we got there, I was excited, but then when I started looking at the car, I found paint bubbles, like badge was crooked on the rear bumper where the rear valance was painted. There was like blue bleeding into what was supposed to be black, and it was kind of a mess, to be honest. So at this point, it's kind of it's a nervous excitement. Like there is excitement within me, but honestly it's more like 80-20. I'm more nervous than anything, just because it was such a laundry list of items to go through. So once we actually get there, we'll actually look over the car really well, just make sure hopefully there's nothing we find wrong with the car. So because I really don't want it to go back a third time. I know they say third time's the charm, but they get a mulligan, that's it. And hopefully they've done better. But they did end up saying that the paint bubbling issue was actually like the urethane reacting, like when they did that plastic welding. They didn't put any type of primer or adhesion promoter down before they laid the coat of blue over it. So is that without that primer, it was just the paint itself, that blue, was reacting with the urethane. So I don't know why. I mean, to me it seems like that'd be a no-brainer. You would want to primer or put some kind of adhesion promoter down before you lay a base coat, but I'm no painter, so what do I know? But they've had to take it all the way back to take the bumper off, sand it down, get it back to bare material, and then start over. So that should all be done now, but we're heading to the shop, so we'll update you when we get there. Just pulled up to Toxic Customs, so the car's sitting beside us, but let's jump out and see how it looks. So from afar, which that was kind of the issue before, from afar it was a 5-footer. It looked great, but let's get up close and personal and see what we think. Oh man, it feels good to be back in the tractor. So looking the car over, now she's mint. I'm so happy with the result. So like I said, on the way over here, it was kind of a nervous excitement, and the nerves were kind of outweighing the excitement. But at this point, she's done. She's to my satisfaction, so I can actually be like proud of the car from not just, you know, 5 feet away. I can have people like looking the car over and not worried they're gonna find some imperfections that I had found. So excited, but it's a beautiful day. Let's hit the road, and we're actually gonna head home, and then we can look the car over up close. Made it back home safely, thank goodness. So I was a little bit worried just because the car has been sitting for so long. And if you'll remember from the first time we went to pick it up, it had actually thrown a check engine light like as we were on the way to go pick up the car. So ended up just being a fuse, but like that makes me nervous. And just because I haven't really had the car in my possession for such a long time, I just kind of want to give it a once over before like I really trust it. So I had packed up some tools and an extra battery at that too, because I think the battery's getting weak on it. But at the house I keep it on a trickle charger, at the shop, they didn't do that. So we have a little maintenance to do in an upcoming video, but did make it home. That's what I was like I said, a little nervous about, but man, just walking around the car and checking it out, like this is the way that I should have seen the car from the start. So I mean, Mike was apologetic the whole time, just saying, you know, he hated that the way it went down and stuff, as far as like all the paint imperfections and everything. Just it's one of those things. I don't know, you live and learn. That as the channel goes, that comes along with the chaos. So, but I'm glad to have the car back now. So I'm over the moon. This is exactly what I envisioned before I even had this Viper. Like that was, I knew I wanted a Gen 4 and ideally with a Gen 5 bumper. So now that like I possess it, like it doesn't seem real. Like it just, my mind is blown right now. But now I'm excited. Like all the excitement is flooding in and the nerves are gone. So now I actually get to enjoy it. So I'm just gonna walk around and check it out for myself and really take it all in. And just as a refresher, to kind of give you a rundown of everything we've actually done to the car. So obviously the whole front end has been converted. So we got the Gen 5 style front bumper on there. And then walking around the car, it had like the silver SRT Viper badging on the side. That had to go, it just didn't fit anymore. So we got the black badges on the side. And then coming around to the back has been transformed as well. So we have our black fuel filler cap, brand new AutoForm rear spoiler, which I think that just completely sets off the rear end. And then our lower rear valance, we actually had that painted black as well. So, and then in a previous video, I was asking about badging. So the front, I left alone because that's what you all decided. Nobody wanted badges on the front. Well, I'll take it back. A couple people did, but the vast majority wanted badges on the front, so we left that alone. But on the rear, we actually ditched. So it had Dodge on one corner, on the driver's corner, and then Viper on the passenger side. So we actually ditched the driver's side Viper, or excuse me, Dodge, because that lettering to me just didn't. It was dated. It was like the old Dodge writing and font, it just didn't fit in. So now we just got Viper on the one side, and I think it looks tremendously better. Then this time around, even the little side like gill on the front bumper, those had like a silver, because I mean obviously everything has to attach to some way somehow, and there were like the little silver tabs with the bolt shining through, so you could see it when you like crouch down. I mean, like it didn't take much, you could be far away and still see that silver shining through. But those have been powder coated black, like that bolt and clip in there. So it's just like those little details that should have been handled the first go round, but I'm just glad at this point everything is ironed out. So the fit and finish was what was lacking the first go round, but they have completely nailed it. And like I said, I'm ecstatic at this point. It's 100% exactly the way that I'd imagined it. Viper is back and tucked away in the chaos garage. So it's actually been gone for so long that I actually had to clear space in here because I'm kind of feel like a hoarder because I've been stacking parts and all kinds of stuff, just clutter. So I had to move all that just to be able to get the car in, but glad to have it home. Like I said before, this is exactly what I had envisioned and the way it should have been from the first time I picked it up. But I really appreciate everybody kind of sticking with me. So from here on out, now that we got Viper home, we're gonna have some fun with it, because I know this is kind of like a shorter video, and like I said, deja vu, been there, done that before. But yeah, I've got the car home and I'm ecstatic. So that feeling that I have now, that just over the moon excitement, that's what I was hoping for the first go round. But it is what it is. There's chaos always in everything you do in life, so you just kind of roll with the punches. But it's been a long wait to have this car back, but I'm so glad, so thankful. I hate it is kind of towards the end of like car show season and stuff like that, but we'll find some ways to have fun with this car, I promise. But really appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you in the next one.